And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. That was in between. My name is SPF Dark. I'm here with Joker right here, and we're at Grand Finals, witnessing Usagi Fan Club, the match we just saw in our last round here, going up against Moonlight. No other introduction needed on that end.
Yeah, I mean, Moonlight is a team that I know has been on a roll in the community as of late, playing in a lot of high-end tournaments. I especially know taking a pretty big placement in the North American League. But in terms of playing in SOS, they have only played in SOS 2 and won it against Duck Motif. 3-0 in finals as well. And well, here we are with another, SOS regular up against Moonlight. On our first map, Robo Ramen Splat Zones again.
Yeah, starting things off once again from Robo Ramen. Nothing new to be said here on this time around. We already covered a lot of the basics about this map mode. It can be very lockout heavy if you aren't careful, but this map mode does support a lot of different weapons and playstyles, so you can kind of get away with a lot of different things here. But we kind of already know what both these two teams will be running. One on Usagi Fan Club side being just the team we just watched last time, but two, Moonlight being Moonlight, we kind of have a general good sense of what they're going to be bringing on their end.
Yeah, some of the weapons that I think are being listed here. I unfortunately do not follow comp as much that well. Nolan on the S Plus 91, Omega on the Mint Decap. We see Shadow here on NZAP, as well as Basil playing E-Leader for Moonlight.
Yeah. Yeah, something that they've been going hard again on ever since the E-Leader escapades back in Riptide here. But no, we see a good opening here from Moonlight, setting a good amount of paint out here as they're looking to try and get those crucial first picks against Usagi Fan Club here. Nolan just narrowly avoiding those shots, unfortunately getting shot down before they can jump out here. Now Usagi Fan Club actually having a good solid hold here, flipping the script here in mid.
Yeah, I didn't even see this on Usagi Fan Club. They are playing Comet Brush, the brush that has Kraken, which is overall a really solid pick here. As we see that Kraken going out here in order to find and disrupt any the push Moonlight was trying to make here, as Leaf is able to get a last-minute pick on Omega here.
Yeah, now Leaf looking trying to get more splats here, trying to see exactly how Shadow doesn't remember that the brush was there. Leaf getting a second player here, looking trying to potentially get Basil, slowly closing the gap. Now Usagi Fan Club's actually running away with this game now. Crab Tank set up, 20 ticks remaining, another player down from Moonlight. It's not looking good here.
Nolan is flanking right behind them, but it's just, Sandusky ends up taking the trade. Moonlight is on one dag tick down. They end up taking the first game very quickly against Moonlight.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly went wrong there from Moonlight, but Usagi Fan Club didn't let the initial opening deter them at the very least. They kept their cool. They didn't really panic too much, and they struck at the right opportunity when Moonlight was a little bit scattered, and it just kind of fell apart for them at that point onward. And after that, this map being a lockout centric map, Moonlight wasn't able to recover proper here. But we're still early on in this round and this match here, so Moonlight still has plenty of opportunities here to try and make things right, especially moving into round number 2 or match number 2, Hagglefish Market.
I definitely think, at the very least, for Moonlight, playing, I think it was, Basil on the E-Leader, there's going to be a lot more opportunities for the E-Leader to shine on a map like Hagglefish, especially with how much safer you tend to be as a backline on this map. Well, that does tend to bring with it consequences, notably a lot of people playing Crab or Strikes as a way of deterring anti-chargers or backline weapons in general on the tent there in mid. But as we get into this first game here, we'll have to see if any comp switches at all happen.
Yeah, we're seeing exactly Moonlight changing things up a little bit, actually. The NZAP getting swapped out here for the mini, I believe, and Omega picking up the carbon roller instead. And over on the Sagi's Fanclub side, they don't really have anything new on their end. But I'm interested to see exactly what this change for Moonlight means and why they want to pick it, use it out here.
Yeah, both teams immediately using a special. Another Kraken comes out on the side of Usagi Fan Club. Is able to find two members are end up able to go down with the Kraken pushing back someone else, forcing him to drop. A lot of Moonlight's members are going down to this crab here on the side of Usagi Fan Club. Omega here on the right is looking to try and find a way in, unable to find any way of getting in. Fortunately, this goes down. And Moonlight just is not able to really find anything here.
Yeah, no, once again, Moonlight struggling to try and find the proper right angle of attack here against Usagi Fan Club here. And now with Zimmy popping the bubble here to stand their ground, Omega missing their shot against them. And he's unfortunately as well going down once again. Things are not looking good for Moonlight. Two spells are being forced out here. A good pick though, and a good flip means that Moonlight is able to recover some points here before going down for 1-point trade on the right hand side.
Moonlight is able to, Moonlight was definitely able to put a stop to Usagi Fan Club, but it only really added to their penalty. Moonlight is able to find another penalty here, but it's still just a very neutral map, and Moonlight has not been able to find an opportunity to push in, but they look like they are trying to find something. That was a very good stamp to take out the crab there. As you see, a lot of Moonlight's members are trading, just going down left and right. We see so much carnage in this one match.
Back to back trades. I've never seen anything like that before, folks. And Moonlight there, I guess, is a bit of staggered here as once again going down to another 1-for-1 trade. What is going on here in this match tonight, folks? As Usagi Fan Club and retakes his own, and now looking to try to push Moonlight back. There is penalty points on their side, so there is some time for maybe someone like Omega to come in from behind, get some surprise picks here. The brush is down, so Usagi Fan Club is at a player disadvantage. Moonlight's moving in fast here.
Moonlight does finally is able to take some space here in this game, having a stamp here, is looking to try and take some members down, not able to find anything, but Moonlight is moving very fast now. They have found that hold and have managed to immediately use it to their advantage, pushing back Usagi Fan Club pretty well, and even though they have gone 2 down, Usagi Fan Club still has a good way of going before they get to the zones. Moonlight is able to take the lead here in this game.
Yeah, with a flip of the switch, Moonlight was able to just absolutely run down with Usagi Fan Club, flip the lead, and now they're looking to try and see exactly how they want to re-engage against Usagi Fan Club. 2 going down immediately means that Moonlight's own Omega goes in, gets 2, clears up the clears up the zone, and now looking trying to hunt down this last remaining player here on the left-hand side, leaves flanking, but Moonlight knows exactly where they are, gets spotted out, but does not find the pick that they need, and unfortunately is picked off before they can jump out.
But we return back here into neutral. Moonlight does have the lead, but it's still not that large of a lead. They definitely probably would want to secure a larger lead here. We see a Booyah Bomb and 2 members going down on the side of the Usagi Fan Club here, pushing them back even further as Moonlight gears up for another fast push here, or at the very least, a push that would lock Usagi Fan Club out of the zone.
Yeah, right now the name of the game is time to try to make sure they can stall long enough for them to be able to extend this lead as much as they can. The zone is neutralized at least for a second, halting their points, but Moonlight is able to recover it, and Usagi Fan Club setting up the bubbler on the right hand side of the zone means that they can quickly secure all that area for themselves and be able to focus on the right area of the zone, flip it, and with relative ease. And now with 1 minute remaining, specials are coming online left and right from Moonlight's side. The tactical with the hammer comes out, but doesn't find much of anyone. Omega struggling to get past his ledge here as Usagi Fan Club anchors down, and now currently in the lead. They're currently in control of the zone here, looking to try and be the ones to stall Moonlight out.
Yeah, now Usagi Fan Club is finally able to push back in, is looking to start taking their lead back on this game. But Moonlight does have a comfortable, decent amount of lead here, and is starting to pick out the members of Usagi Fan Club as we start approaching the last minutes of this game. With the Booyah Bomb to come in, push in, it does seem like Moonlight is more than likely going to be pushing and putting another penalty back on the Usagi Fan Club.
Yeah, and with one pick on down on each side, it could be anyone's game. Two down on each side, it's still anyone's game. But Basil, the last player standing here, they just need to be able to get this zone under control here. But no, unfortunately, that jump from Omega being camped out, they don't have a lot of time for this overtime here before they eventually lose out this game. So Moonlight has to move in fast. Usagi fanclub needs to stall this out as long as they can. Tactical online to be able to move up. The bubbler being used here is going to try and secure the zone as much as they can with a few ticks remaining. The mad dash for the zone. Moonlight does manage to get it contested, but it's not enough when Soggy takes home and takes this game.
I think that was a very solid overtime. The side of Usagi fan club. I think they definitely recognized which specials they needed. That bubbler coming in, kind of forcing a stamp pop, and also forcing a booyah pop, which I honestly think the booyah pop might have wasted time on the side of Moonlight, not giving them any time to really have to paint the zone and just worrying about a booyah bomb in the last like 2 ticks of the game.
Yeah, no, that booyah at the end was very much unfortunate thing. It's so hard to gauge exactly what could have happened in a contested state like that in zones specifically, because with how the overtime works in a scenario like that, because the Usagi fan club was currently holding the zone when overtime is called, they will continue to have overtime as long as the zone doesn't fall into Moonlight's possession. So it was just a last ditch effort to try and make sure they could try and secure it, but it was just a few frames short. I saw that what's it called, that moment again on the stream, and it was that booyah bomb was literally frames from going out there. And quick side note here, folks, as we get ready for this next game, thanks to another one of our producers here, Pipe Dream, getting some stats from Moonlight side. Allegedly, according to the according to the stats from Moonlight side, Basil on that game went 23-0. So take that as you will, folks.
That is 9 coolers, by the way. That is 9 coolers on the side of both pencils, but still.
I mean, what more can you do, really? Moonlight there, unfortunately, was not able to hold on to that game for as long as they wanted, especially at the end there. It's just narrowly slipping their grasp. And now they're sitting at a match point scenario against Usagi fan club. Usagi fan club can, if they can win this game, they can definitely take this set over Moonlight here in SOS 213. But Moonlight being Moonlight, I know they're not down out of it just yet. They definitely want to try and fight back as best they can, especially being on Crablet Capital. For this next round, maybe a bit more of an awkward map, but I knowing these teams, something amazing will definitely happen here.
Definitely, we are starting this game here. We are gonna. I think we did see, Omega here was switching over to the wiper off of the vanilla. Carbon deco. As we see Leaf also switching off of the Comet Brush for the wiper. This 3 stamps in one game is definitely a lot of stamps.
I mean, people keep talking about how stamp is really a useless special, but when you see 3 stamps in one game, I don't know what to tell you, but it may actually not be as useless as you thought it was initially. But Usagi fan club, though, definitely showing that they have a lot of fight in them still, as they take that first zone here and are running away with some points at the very least. Moonlight not being able to have the player advantage here quite yet to be able to contest the zone, finally be able to get it, and just skirmishes left and right. I have no idea what's going on right now, as there's multiple attacks from Usagi fan club at multiple angles at the same time.
There is a lot of going on in this game I've not seen really before, especially with 2 pencils both dropping out of snipe. You don't generally tend to see that. But what we do see over on the right there, Shadow finding a pick with the improved explosion hitbox of the stamp. As Moonlight is able to finally secure a good position to actually start taking good points off, retaking the lead. Usagi fan club, however, is starting to push back again. We unfortunately see Omega go down on the side of Moonlight, as we see Usagi fan club taking right back and is looking to try and lock out Moonlight here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a 1 point differential between these two teams, but Usagi Fan Club wasn't quite able to close the gap here. Now Moonlight moving up, Nolan hiding on this ledge to see who from Usagi Fan Club can they pick out first. Unfortunately, they're the ones that are picked out first here. Usagi Fan Club now moving in quickly on that pick to try and push Moonlight out, but they're standing their ground strong with that tactical online and the Ultra Snap, ready to use the bubbler there to try and cleanse the ground, but it goes down for a 1-for-1 trade. But Moonlight has been running away with these points this entire time. Usagi Fan Club hasn't been able to contest the zone at all, and now this game looking like it's going to be dominated by Moonlight here.
Yeah, I gotta hand it. I think the double stamp might be working out here for Moonlight. It's been able to find a lot of picks. I think I saw it another time. One of the stamps was canceling a throne stamp with the rush mode. It's weird. We see stamps flying left and right here as Moonlight and Usagi Fan Club are just fighting for control of the zone here. We're fighting. We did see Leaf as well making a last stand on Moonlight's side of the map.
I mean, things are looking alright for Usagi Fan Club, but Moonlight is able to get a quick 3 picks off of Usagi Fan Club. Now looking to try and lock them out proper here. Shadow threatening on this right-hand side. Usagi Fan Club as best they can with their mini, but slowly backing up, not wanting to overextend quite yet here as Stan drops down for the rail, goes down for a 1-for-1 trade. Moonlight running away with these penalty points, almost being able to get away with their real points here. Omega gets a pick off the stand, Ultra Stamp, and looking to play Ring Around Rosie with the other, with Leaf, and goes down for a 1-for-1 trade, but that's not good for Usagi Fan Club. They're running away with those penalty points, and they can potentially take this game here.
Yeah, Moonlight is looking in a very good position. Usagi Fan Club instantly takes the zone back. That's even more penalty points onto Moonlight. Moonlight is again just pushing Usagi Fan Club back. We actually are finally seeing another state of neutral that is not that is at least somewhat more in Usagi Fan Club's favor, canceling a stamp here, forcing a jump back from Shadow, and also finally looking for a lockout on Moonlight.
Oh no!
Unfortunately falls off the side of the map.
Where's Ellie when you need them? That's an Ellie moment right there if I've ever seen one. But no, Moonlight is able to actually recover the zone from this hold against Usagi Fan Club, who's getting picked off one by one, now left scattered here, but the throw goes wide, doesn't find anyone. That's a huge whiff from Leaf here as Moonlight's able to come in, punish that. Omega with their own step, throws it, also goes wide. Kind of a ultra stab moment if you're gonna ask me here, but 30 seconds remaining. Moonlight in the running seat right now, and Omega on a rampage.
As we get here towards the very end of the game, it does look like Moonlight is looking to gear out Usagi Fan Club from the remainder here, again with another stamp, as if the many stamps that have been thrown out in this game aren't enough. Usagi Fan Club, however, is taking another last-minute push here, and it's looking to take the zone back in yet another overtime push.
Yeah, overtime now started. Penalty points are gone. This is do or die for Moonlight to try and stay alive in the split for a little bit longer. Tactical is online. Shadow has to go in now with the Ultra Stamp to try and get a pick of any kind so Moonlight can actually go in. But no, a 1-for-1 trade is not what you want to see here. 25 ticks remaining. Moonlight doesn't have the players up here to contest this zone here. Instead, going in deep, gets Basil, gets Omega, and Usagi Fan Club might be able to close this game now if they can just get kicked off the zone. And that they do, going 3-0 against Moonlight. They win Sasslo West 2-13.
There are so many things to say about that set. There are so many things to say about that set. But also that last game, I felt like that game we were seeing the return of Triple Crab in the wake of stamp. We saw in that game stamps being thrown left and right, stamps coming out in rush modes, just finding all kinds of picks. And Usagi Fan Club making 2 last-minute overtime pushes in order to take the finals of SOS 213 as your SOS 213 champions.
Yeah, huge shout outs for Usagi Fan Club here for their glorious win today. And Moonlight, I know maybe this, I don't know the exact scenario what you guys are, but I mean, second place, kind of part of the course for you guys. But you know, I know you guys have a lot in your tank, so walk off to the next game. I'm sure you guys will sweep another tournament here just in a quick little bit. But no, once again, a huge shout out to the Usagi Fan Club as well. Looking on down to the third place match, that's currently still going. Actually, I thought it would have been at least to the third game right now. But Baba Guling and five over in third place match are currently 1-1. So yeah, we'll see. Well, you guys will probably hear about that later. Once the posting for this SOS gets posted later tonight. But also, I was gonna say something else, but I completely forgot.
We actually do have another fun stats fact coming in from our head research here. 20 hammers in that one game.
That
if you thought hammer was a bad special, something definitely changed since that explosion radius buff.
Yeah, I mean, Hammer's gonna be Hammer. You know what more can you do about that, folks? But what more can you do about things right now, folks? As we are now, unfortunately, at the end of our block, and unfortunately at the end of this SOS stream. Once again, huge shout out to Usagi Fan Club for winning tonight's SOS. You know, but now I suppose it is time we start wrapping things up here, Chokura. So, anything you want to say